Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. We are going to be covering a fourth case on the Indie Zone podcast to add to the cases that we have currently been, and in the past, reporting back to you on: Idaho versus Koberger, Idaho versus Wandra, and then the civil case styled as Schofield versus Guillard. That's a 2-count civil case for defamation that's getting ready to come to trial in February of 2026. The fourth case is coming out of California. It is State of California versus Reiner. And this case has to do with tragic events that occurred yesterday, December 14th, 2025. Involving what has been reported to be the brutal unaliving of the well-known actor and filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife of 35 years, Michele Reiner, who is a photographer. At approximately 3 p.m., from what we are able to gather in our research, law enforcement and fire department were apparently called to the Reiner home in the very upscale section of Los Angeles called Brentwood. Mr. and Mrs. Reiner were found, and in the less than 24 hours since then, it appears that their son was taken into custody and has now been arrested by the authorities in Los Angeles, and we've done a check of the database for the Los Angeles County Jail, and we're able to find information consistent with what we know about their son: his age, height, approximate weight, and other details, although a mugshot has not yet been released by the authorities. You may or may not be agreeable with what Mr. Reiner's very public political stance was on various issues, but I think that everyone would agree that he has made some of the most well-known, and some might even call iconic, films of the last several decades. He first came to prominence, Mr. Reiner, as an actor in the groundbreaking of the Time series back in the 1970s, All in the Family, where he played one of the lead characters for many years, Michael Stivic. And then he seemed to focus his attention on filmmaking and directing, and he made The Princess Bride, the coming-of-age film Stand By Me, including the comedy mockumentary, very innovative, in my opinion, Spinal Tap. Mr. Reiner played a character in that film, a filmmaker, so he also appeared in it, as well as directing Spinal Tap. This was back in the 80s. There was a second edition of Spinal Tap that just came out within the past year, and Mr. Reiner was seen on the promotional tour with the actors promoting that film. He also directed other such well-known films as the romantic comedy When Harry Met Sally. He directed A Few Good Men, the courtroom military drama, and so many other things. He also worked with his son in an independent film that was based in part on his life story, and that told the tale of a troubled youngster who was dealing with addiction, amongst other problems. We're going to follow this case, and there should be a first appearance, as Mr. Reiner has been arrested, within the next 24 hours as the case continues to proceed through the judicial process. We will keep you posted regarding State of California versus Reiner. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.